So the Bible may seem long, but it's actually very short for what it is. And every word in the Bible is very intentional. I'm going to show that Jesus is God using the characteristics of God and Jesus and show you how they align. So I want to start with John 10 verses 17 and 18, where Jesus says, I lay down my life that I may take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down on my own accord. I have authority to lay down and authority to take it up again. So this is Jesus saying that he has the authority of life and death. But here in Deuteronomy 32:39, we see that God says, see now that even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. And then we go to Mark 10:18, where Jesus says, why do you call me good? There is none good but God. But then in John 10:11, Jesus himself calls himself good. He says, I am the good shepherd. And then if we go to Ezekiel 34 verses 15 and 16, God says, I myself will tend to my sheep and have them lie down, declares the sovereign Lord. I will search for the lost and bring back the stray. And then in John 10 verses 14 and 16, Jesus once again says, I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep and my sheep know me. They too will listen to my voice, and there shall be one flock and one shepherd. So Jesus is saying that he is the shepherd and there's only one flock and one shepherd. And just previously I read that God says that he himself will tend to his sheep. And Jesus calls us his sheep. So again, you're seeing the characteristics of God and Jesus align. And then if you move on to 1 Kings 8:39, it says, deal with everyone accordingly to all they do, since you know their hearts, for you alone know every human heart. So that is saying that God knows the hearts of men, and only God knows that. But in Matthew 9:4, we see it says, and Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said, why think ye evil in your hearts? So right there, once again, the Bible says only God knows the thought of human heart. But we see Jesus is knowing these people's thoughts and what's in their heart. Okay, so then we go to Mark 2:7, and it says, why does this man speak like that? He is blaspheming. Who can forgive sins but God alone? And in Matthew 9:6, Jesus says, but I want you to know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins. Once again, the characteristics of Jesus and God are the same. Okay, so Exodus 3:14, it says, say unto the children of Israel, I am sent me to you. And then in John 8:58, Jesus says, very truly I tell you, Jesus answered, before Abraham was born, I am. So once again, God said to Moses, tell them I am sent you. And Jesus says to the people, before Abraham was born, I am. So again, Jesus is God. Their characteristics is exactly the same. Please pray on these things and God will reveal it to you. Okay. Thank you so much.